Hello everyone, so now we are going to do one lab. This is a mini project, we can say. Till now whatever we learn, we are going to apply that knowledge here. Okay, imagine you are working in the organization, your manager give you some task. So let me write here, maybe I will take the notepad, I will write in the notepad, so it will be easy for you also. I will give, this is a heading mini project. Okay, this is a mini project, we can say STP project. Okay, STP project 1. We will see, we will do maybe more, so I will give number as a 1, later we will see. So what task we need to do? Let me design some scenario, so we will follow that scenario. I will take one switch here, let me make little big this one. Here I will take one switch, and then we will take one more switch, and we will take one more switch. Let me take one more switch, and I will take one more switch. Okay, let me take 3 switches. This is just to show you and test your knowledge, whatever you understand till now. Okay, I will take some PC. One PC will be here. Imagine this PC here, this PC is here, and we can connect. I will take example, we can connect 0 by 0 of, or if you want to connect, if you see here we have one high speed, so giga. If you want, we can connect the giga also here, connect G to G. So giga, because imagine this is a layer 3 switch, but I taken only layer 2 here, but no problem. The between the switch we are using the high capacity link here. Okay, your wish, you can use fast Ethernet also, no issue. I will connect here this one, and then I will connect from here to here, and I will connect from here to here, from here to here. Just I am creating a small organization structure, small practical lab, small company where you are working, imagine. And then above you will have one router here, but we will not do that one. That one later we will see. I will keep, if you want I will keep this one, later we can see, or we can look that one, but now we are not using. We will have one link here, one link here, then it will connect to ISP1, ISP2. Okay, but anyhow now we focus in this one. So this one I will give this switch name as switch 1. Switch 1, let me write here, switch 1, and then this is a switch 2. Okay, and this is a switch 3. Switch 3, imagine this switch 3 and switch 4 is a access layer switch. It is connected to end devices, switch 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, so we have 5 switches, and it is connected this way. We have the PCs. So what we are going to do here, mini project. So what I will do, configure the following task we will write, and we will write the task, configure the following task. Okay, let me give a task. First thing, we need to configure STP. Okay, on all switch. This one I think you can easily do. Anyhow I will show also, no issue. And then we can say like we can say enable port fast in access switch. Okay, access switch I am using. We need to enable the port fast wherever we have the end devices, or we can enable universal way also, we will see that one. And I will say also enable, here I will write, this one we did not check, we will check now, BPDU guard. As before we are discussing, this is a guard, we are going to see how we can enable. And then I will say configure trunk port. We can say configure trunk port between the switch. So I will write configure trunk port between switch. Wherever you see the switch and you have connected between 2 switches, you need to enable the trunk between switch link, whatever you want to say. This is the task, so we can say that one. And now the main thing, we will say configure switch 1 as a root. Okay, root bridge. switch one will be root bridge, and then I will say configure switch to be root bridge if switch 1 is not available. In your own words you can define the different wordings. I am saying that not there or not available, or in the absence of the switch 1, switch 2 should become as a root bridge. Means what I am saying, this guy should be as a king switch, this one. If he is switch off or it is broken, this guy should become as a king switch. This guy should not become, this one. These switches should not become as a king switch, because imagine in the real scenario, we will in the organization we will have high configuration switches in this. Okay, this is a distribution layer. Here we have the high configuration switches. This is a access layer. This is compared to this one, this is a little low configuration. Here end devices is connected. So we don't want to make this one as a king switch, because all switch is going to pass through king switch. So what I am saying, this guy should be king switch, or this guy. First this guy will be king. If he go wrong, if anything go wrong, maybe this switch is restarting or reboot or maybe faulty, then this guy will become as a king switch, not these guys. Okay, so if switch 2, what we are saying, configure the switch 1 as a root bridge, configure switch 2 be root bridge if switch 1 is not available. Okay, so let me move. And then what else we can write here? Till now what we learn, we can say configure the root guard. Okay, because if I want this guy should not become the king switch, these guys should not become as a king switch, so we need to configure root guard. We will stand the guards here, saying that if you are receiving any BPDU BPDU with the superior MAC address or priority, discard. We are saying the root guard. We will enable the guards here, saying that in this link, if you receive any frame saying that I am a king switch, my MAC address is low, don't listen to him, don't allow that frame go to this switch, just discard that guy. We are saying, okay, in this two interface and this two interface, so this guy will not become as a king switch. So what we will write here, we will write in the question here, I will write here like this. So let me write here in the configure, we can say anything, configure root guard. So access level switch will not become king switch or root bridge. Whatever you want, you can write root bridge, or let me put enter and we will put this one, root not become root switch or king switch or anything that is a king switch or root bridge. Okay, this is a scenario. Imagine you are working in an organization, your manager told you to do this setup. What he told you, first thing he told you, configure the RSTP on all the switches. Okay, configure the RSTP in all the switches. So this is very easy. What we will do, we will go to the particular all the switches and we will write the configuration. Simple configuration, if you want I will do here only, so we will have the record also. Let me write here the what we can do here, switch 1 configuration. Okay, here I will do enable config t host name SW1. This is a basic configuration till now whatever we learn. Okay, this is basic. Now what I will write here, spanning tree mode rapid, yes, PVST. This is the first task we finish. Okay, first one, this one we finish. We need to do this for all the switches. So let me divide the page here and do for same thing. I will copy paste for all the switches. How many switches we have? 1, 2 and total we have 5. Or if you want I can do directly, no need to write here, but for your study purpose I am writing here, so later you can study also this command. If you have any doubts, you can refer this notepad. That's why I am creating here. Here I will write the 2. This is a switch 2, this is a switch 3. Total we have 5, so I will go here, I will divide this again, I will do here, I will paste here again, and here I will put, this is a switch 4, this is also switch 4, and then we have the last switch, this is a switch 5. Okay, this is a switch 5, we will write here 5, and this is also 5. So 1 2 3 4 5. So this one first thing is enable in all the switches. If you want directly we can copy paste also from here. Let's copy paste. I will go here in the CLI of the switch 1, I will paste this one. Okay, I will paste this one. So everything is good, no spelling mistake, nothing. Switch 1 is finished. I will go for the switch 2 and I will do this here also. This is a switch 2 is also okay, finished. Now I will go for the switch 3. Oh sorry, maybe I am not changing the name of the switch here, I am putting the same configuration. So switch, let me change here host name as a switch 2. This guy is switch 2. Okay, so this guy should be switch 3. So let me copy here. Now we are doing for the switch 3. I will take this guy I will do for the switch 3. So this is done for the switch 3, and now let me copy for the switch 4, this one for the switch 4. Let me paste the configuration here. This is the lab, whatever we learned till now we are doing that. Okay, we are implementing whatever we learned till now. So this one is done here. Okay, and then what we will do in this one, this is the 5th one. Let me go here and we will enable here. We have more 15 minutes, easily we can cover this one, no issue. So we enable in all the switches. If you want to check, we can check also. How we will check? We need to write do show spanning tree VLAN 1 or summary we can write and we can check. I wrote SUM, I write in the shortcut, but if you see, this is a rapid PVST is enabled here. Okay, rapid PVST is enabled here. So now what we can do, we need to do the we need to enable. Now what we need to enable, first thing we finish this one is finished. Now we need to put this one, enable the port in the access switch, means this one is the, we need to put in which VLAN. Example, we are using VLAN 1, so we need to put VLAN 1 VLAN 1 VLAN 1, all these 3 port. Okay, we need to put in that VLAN, or if we here this one, and we need to enable the BPDU guard also, BPDU guard. And somewhere I wrote port fast, right? Where I wrote here. Okay, so here only I wrote. So we will enable the port fast. So what I will do, by default all the switch port is in the VLAN 1. Let me show you. Do show VLAN brief. If you see, all ports is by default we have in the VLAN 1. So no need to put the port in the VLAN 1, we have already. So now what we need to do, we need to enable only the port fast and then BPDU guard. So how we will do port fast? If you remember, we told we will enable the port fast only the device which is connected to our end devices. Only that port which is connected to our end device, we are going to enable the port fast. So here we need to enable the port fast. Port fast we know. Okay, another thing we are saying enable the BPDU guard. BPDU guard. Why we are saying BPDU guard? Because what BPDU guard is going to do, when we enable the BPDU guard, this guard is not when we enable the BPDU guard, this port is not taking any BPDU. We know this port is connected to our machine, our end device, and we know this end device will not have the BPDU. Our end device is not sending the BPDU, but maybe in your organization some guys are install the Kali Linux and they will run the BPDU guard here. They will send the BPDU here and they will say I am also a root bridge, and maybe this guy will say I am a root bridge, give me that one, and he is going to collect the information from here. So we don't want to have that type of scenario in our organization. So we will do here, we will ask the guard, BPDU guard, it is a term we are saying BPD guard stand here. If anyone is sending to this interface as a BPDU, discard that one. Okay, we are saying discard that one. So let's do that one. You will have the idea when we do. So I will check what interface I have. Fast Ethernet 0/2. So in this lab, in this one I will go interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Okay, I enable fast Ethernet 0/2. First thing I need to enable port fast. Port fast I already told we need to go inside that interface, then we need to write the spanning tree port fast. So same thing, spanning, we can write full spling or we can write SP also, that will accept switch will take directly, but anyhow I will write port fast. This is, with this command we enable the port fast, so it will not go listening learning. Okay, this port will not go in the listening learning, but we have here, we need to enable the BPDU guard. What is the role of the BPDU guard? He need to discard if we receive any BPDU. Okay, so let me enable. How we will enable? We need to write same thing, spanning tree and then BPDU. Okay, same thing we need to write BPDU guard, enable. Okay, this command we need to enable. Let's see this will work or not. I will copy, but where we need to put? We need to put here in this switch. Which switch? This is a switch 3, I think. In the switch 3 we need to enable this one. Okay, I wrote in the switch 1, so let me copy this one. We will not enable this one here. Okay, we will enable in the switch 3. So I will paste here. Let me check, someone write something. Yeah, in the switch 3, yes, thank you. So I copy already here. Let me copy this one. I will copy, I will go to this switch. I will go to this switch. I will paste the configuration here. Okay, I will paste. So when I put this command, when we enable this one, he is saying that one we should not connect the any switch, and we should not make this as a trunk, and then we enable the BPDU guard. Okay, it is enabled here. If you have shut, you can write no shut here. It is working, everything is good. If you, now we need to test. Okay, we need to test. How we will test? What I will do, I will send some BPDU from here. Okay, I will send some BPDU from here to this interface, and we will verify this interface will block or not. How we will do that one? Simple. I will take one switch. We know switch is going to send the BPDU. So what I will do, I will take this cable from here. I will connect here. Okay, any interface. If you see, this port is blocked. This port is blocked. It is working or what? Let's see. It is blocked. Okay, let me show you what I done. This guy in your organization is a hacker, or maybe this guy is having the knowledge of Kali Linux and all that thing. He want to do some issue in your network. He need to what we can say, he need to create some problem for your network. So what he done, he run the Kali Linux and he sent the BPDU. But now in the packet tracer we cannot run the Kali Linux. So what I done, I taken the real switch, I connected the switch here. So when this switch send the BPDU, here our guard is there, BPDU guard. What are the function of BPDU guard? He will stand at that interface and he will observe. If any BPDU is coming to this interface, he will discard and he will block this interface. If you see here what we are getting here, here if you see BPDU port, this one is receive and BPDU guard enable here, this one is enable, and if you see BPDU error detect for the port number, here we are getting this interface in the error disable, BPDU error detect in this one. Someone is trying to send the BPDU in this interface, so BPDU guard block that interface. Okay, so as per our manager we enable that one in the one switch. Okay, as per our manager we enable in our one switch, this one, and we test here. Now maybe this guy is checking, he is unable to work. So what he done, he closed his Kali Linux and everything, he connected to normal thing. But even though it will not work, he will call the IT guy saying that no, I cannot access the network, I am facing issue. So if IT guy want, he can check the record. But if he don't want to notify anyone, he can enable also. How we can enable? Just we need to go inside that interface. Example, I have interface fast Ethernet 0/2. I will go there, I will say shut, and then I will write no shut. So when I do shut and no shut, this port will be on and it is working. But again, if this guy is trying to play with our network, example here, again it will block because we have the BPDO guard here. See, again it is blocked. So this way our network will be secure. So that for that purpose, what we done, we enable the BPDO guard. Where we need to enable the BPDO guard, you need to remember, we will enable the BPDO guard in the access layer switch where our end device is connected. You should not enable this one in between the switches. If you enable this here in this interface, it will block here, so your data will not go. You should enable BPDO guard only the port which is connected to the end device. Okay, so now we test this one, and what I will do, I will copy this one, I will put here in the all the switches, switch 4, but switch 4 is having different port. If you see F0/3, so I will change this as F0/3, and then I will go here in the switch 5, I will copy and paste the same configuration, but port is F0/1, so I will change this as F0/1. And if you want to enable, we can enable. I will just copy this. For the switch 3 we done, switch 4 I will copy this one and I will paste this in the switch 4. This is the switch 4, just I need to paste this one, so I paste here. Okay, I will write no shut, everything is okay, that's all. And then I will go for the switch 5 configuration we have here. This one I will take and I will do here also. I will paste here. This is the interface F0/1, I think. Yes, this is F0/1. So we will paste here. Here also BPDO guard is enabled. Okay, so this one we finish the task. What is remaining here? Remaining is we need to create as a trunk between the switch. So we need to create this 1, 2, 3. Okay, this 3 interface should be trunk. So what I can do, I will write here interface range I can use if I am, but I cannot use. Here is the G0/0, so let me do one by one, no issue. Interface G0/1. Okay, then we write switch port mode trunk. Why we are writing only this one? Because this is a layer 2. If you are having layer 3, then you write switch port trunk mode, switch port trunk encapsulation.1q, and after that you write this one. But now we don't have layer 3, so we will use this. And if you see, this is a fast Ethernet 0/1, this is a fast Ethernet 0/2. So what I can do here, I will write here interface range and then fast Ethernet 0/1-2. Okay, with this one we can put the multiple interface. So this, with this command, it will create the trunk in this link, this link, this link. Okay, and the other link we can create, or automatically they will have from the DTP. Anyhow, we will create. Cisco recommend to do manually. So now I copy this all. I will go in this switch. I will paste the configuration. I will paste the configuration here. Let me go here in interface config T, and I will paste the configuration here. Okay, so we enable the trunk, no error, nothing. Now let me go here. We need to do same thing for the switch 2 also. So let me go here in the switch 2. I will paste. Let's verify this is 1 and this is F0/1, this is F0/2. So same configuration we need to paste in switch 2 also. Why we are doing here? To enable the, what we need to enable? We need to enable the, what we can say, trunk. So I will enable here, I will paste here. So everything is good, we make the trunk here. So now what else here? This one. So this is a which switch? Let me erase this one. This is a switch 3. So in the switch 3, what I will do, interface, let me go here, interface fast Ethernet 0/1, I will write here switch port mode trunk. Okay, this is for the switch 1, switch 3. This is for the switch 3. I will go here and I will exit this one and I will paste here this configuration. Okay, so this is good, everything is good. Now we need to do for the other switch. This is the switch 3, but if you see fast, we have 2 ports here. One port is what is this port? F0/1, F0/2. Okay, for the which switch? Switch 4. So I will go here, switch 4. Here I will write interface fast range. We use the range command if you want to select the multiple interface. Fast Ethernet 1/0, then we write as a switch port mode trunk. Okay, switch port mode trunk, I will copy this from here to here, and then I will go here, I will paste this also here. Let me exit this and I will paste here whatever we have here. So this become as a trunk, and the last switch we have only F0 by 2. So let me go here, I will go here interface F0 by 2, and then we will write here switch port mode trunk. So I will paste this in the last switch. This is the switch we will do here in a config T, and here we will paste this configuration. So this one become as a trunk. What is remaining, we finish till here we finish. Now we need to make this switch one as a root bridge. Okay, and then switch 2 as a switch 2 also we need to make as a root bridge if switch 1 is not available. So let's see switch 1, what is the status of the switch 1. So I will write here show spanning tree VLAN, show spanning tree. I will press here. If you see, this guy is not a root bridge. Okay, if you see here, we are not getting, this is a root bridge. So some other guy is a king maybe. Let's see here, this guy is king, or who is king. Show spanning tree, this guy is also not king. If you have king, here it is written this is a king, so maybe the access layer switch become as a king. So we need to check, and we need to make, as per our manager instruction, we need to make the switch 1 as a king. If you see, this guy is also not king, right? Here we are not getting as a king. So we will check here, this guy is king or not. Show spanning tree, who is king? Let's see here, this guy is also not king, so maybe this guy, last guy, is a king. This guy is king or what? One guy will be king. Show spanning tree, yeah, this guy is a king. So if you see, our access layer switch become as a king, this guy. In the real scenario we will not make the access layer switch, but in this in real scenario also sometime access layer switch become as a king. For that purpose we need to enable this switch should be king, another switch will be backup of the king. So what we will do now, we check this guy become as a king, this guy become as a king because of the MAC address. Maybe you have the old switch with the low MAC address in your warehouse, you bring that one and you connect it here. So he is having the low MAC address, this guy become king, but this is very old switch, so we don't want to send all the traffic here, and this switch is having low speed, already it is very old switch. So what we will do, we will here in this one, what we will do, we will make other guy will be king and this guy will be king, because this is a new switch with the new model. So let me do now. So how we will do, we need to go in the switch 1. Okay, in the switch 1 we need to go to do that configuration. It is simple. Let me write here. What we will do, we will write spanning tree, for which VLAN? VLAN 1, and we are using only VLAN. We need to write root and then primary. So with this command, this switch 1 will become as a first switch, that is this is a king switch, and in the switch 2 we will go here, and instead of primary I will write secondary. Instead of primary I can write as a secondary. Okay, this way we can do. Let's do, I will copy this here, from here to here, I will go to this switch. Okay, I will go in the global configuration mode, and then I will paste this command. So this guy should become as a king, and here I will go to this one, this switch, and here I will do configuration, and I will paste here, but we will put the, instead of primary we will write secondary. If you have doubt, put question mark. We can make primary or secondary, so I will write secondary. Means if this guy is not available, this guy will become as a bridge. Okay, I will save the configuration. Let me save the configuration. I will save WR to save the configuration. I will do here also WR to save the configuration. Okay, now let's see who become as a king. If you see here, this guy is a king, okay, root bridge, and his priority is reduce. And if you see, this guy will not be king. Show spanning tree. If you see, this guy is not a king. And if you go here, before this guy is king, now this guy is king or not. Before, if you see, this guy is king, but now it will not. If you see, we don't have this guy as a king. So everything is good. Everything is good. Now we need to test. Failover testing we need to do. Failover testing means we will make one switch as a down and we will check other switch will take over or not. So what I will do here, I save already the configuration. Okay, I will reload this switch. Okay, I will reload. This switch is going down. Now we will check this switch become as a king or not. Okay, so I will write show spanning tree. If you see, this guy become as a king. Okay, this guy become as a king. This switch 2, what we told, switch 1 will be king. If switch 1 is not available, switch 2 should become as a king, but not the other guy. From the access layer, other guy should not be king. And when switch 1 come back, he is no more king. If you see, when switch 1 is come back, switch 1 is come back and he is no more king, because they are sending the BPDU. They are sending the BPDU and they know that this guy is up. So again switch 1 become as a king. So this is okay. As per our manager instruction, we done this one. This is a switch 1 and this is a switch 2, and we do the failover testing. Failover testing means you will fail one device and you will check other devices taking over or not. So we done the failover testing also, so it is working fine. Now what our manager told, last instruction what he give, he told configure the root guard. Root guard, he is asking configure the root guard.
Hello sir.
Yeah.
Sorry sir. Which command using for the activate the switch 1 sir?
Again. What is your question?
Which command using for again you can activate the switch 1 sir after the reload?
No, we are not using. Automatically it will active. See here, I reload this switch. Okay, I will reload the switch. This is a switch 1. When this switch is reloading, this guy will become as a king switch. We check here, this is a king switch. This guy is a king. Switch 2 become as a king when we restart the switch 1. But when switch 1 is coming back, automatically switch 1 become as a active. How? We can check. Here same command I am using. I am writing show spanning tree. When I check here I cannot see this guy as a king. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the switch 1. I will check here. Just I want to check. I did not do anything to activate or anything. Just the switch is reloaded and it come back. So just I want to verify. When I check, it is giving this is a king switch. So what I am saying, let me repeat again. Our scenario, our manager told this switch will be king. If this guy is having some issue, then this will be king, not other than this one. This guy should not king, this guy should not king, this guy should not king. So we restart this switch. When we restart this switch, this guy become as a king. We verify that one. So we restart. After some time, this switch come up. After rebooting, this come up. When this switch come up, he is sending the BPDU. Okay, he is sending the BPDU, configuration BPDU to all the port. So all guy receive and they will do election and they will check, okay, this guy is having the low priority compared to me, so this guy will become as a king and he leave his position from the king. So just we check. We did not do anything to activate. Just we check here with the show spanning tree command here and here. Okay, or any confusion? Sandeep or Santosh?
Okay sir.
Okay. So now what we will do, our task from here to here is finished. Okay. Now only we have the last task. Configure the root guard so the access layer switch will not become or not be root switch. So in simple words, what I am saying at last, we need to configure the root guard. Same thing we configure here is a BPDU guard. BPDU guard. Guard is nothing but security guard. Imagine like one guard is standing here, he is monitoring. So same thing we need to stand one guard here. in this interface. Which interface? Whatever interface is connected to access layer switch. But this guard is a root guard. Root guard, because this is a root king, root bridge. That's why we are calling the root guard. So this is a king guard. Okay, they are going to stand at the interface which is connected to the axis, because maybe this guy will become as a king. So that's why this king is keeping the guard here. If anyone is trying to become as a king, discard them. So they will discard. So how we can enable? Where we need to enable? We need to enable in the this interface. Here we should not enable. If we enable here, this if this switch go down, this guy will not become as a king. So for that purpose, we should not enable in this link, because they are using this link to check if this guy is not available. Switch 1, switch 2 is going to become as a king. If we enable guard here, they cannot become as a king from this to this. Okay, so we need to look only the access layer switch wherever is connected. If you see for the switch 1, F0 by 1, F0 by 2. Same thing for the switch 2, F0 by 1, F0 by 2. So this two interface we need to enable the root guard. What is the job of the root guard? Root guard is standing here. He is going to monitor if anyone is sending the BPDU with the higher MAC address, with the lower MAC address or the lower priority, he is going to discard that one. In simple words, we can say if anyone is sending the superior BPDU. Superior BPDU means saying that I am having low MAC address or low priority. So this guard need to discard that one. They should not receive that one. So what I will do now, I will enable that one. So we will go here, okay, and we will enable. So I will write here interface range, and what is the command? F0 by 1 dash 2. I am using this one because I want to enable this two interface. So I am taking multiple interface. I will write here spanning, same thing like spanning tree, then guard root. Okay, this is the root guard command we are enabling here. So what I will do, I will copy this same command. I will do for the switch 2 also this same thing. So I will go here. Now let's copy and paste in the switch 1 also. So I will go in the configuration mode, and I will go here, and I will paste this configuration here. Okay, so guard is ready here. We have the guard here in this two interface. I will go same configuration we will copy, because here also same interface we are using, F0 by 1, F0 by 2. So I will paste this here also. Okay, now we want to verify. How we can verify? We can go here. Imagine here someone want to make this switch as a king switch. So how they can do? What they can do is they can reduce the priority, right? Example, they will check show spanning tree, what is the priority. They will check, okay, this is a king switch is having this priority, so I will, and this is my priority. So if I change my priority like this, or maybe less than this one, I will become as a king. Switch 3 is thinking that one, maybe hacker or anyone trying to make this switch as a king switch. So how they will do? They will do here like spanning tree, VLAN 1 priority, and here if we don't know, press question mark. We can do from 0 to this number, or write any number. You will have the range here, and you will check what is the king range is 24577. So you will check 24577. So if I give this, or if I give this one, if I give this number, I will become the king, because this is a low priority. King is having 24576. King is having 25 this one, because of VLAN 1, that's why 1 is adding here. Okay, so we will say I will give this priority, so I will become as a king. So what the guy will do, they will write here the command show spanning tree priority, and he will put this number here, and he will send that one, and then BPDU will go, and if you see this port, we will have the error here. This port is blocked. The guy will block this port also. Okay, so now we can go here, and we can see here what error we are getting here. We are getting here what we are getting here. If you see, a root guard block the port F0 by 1 trying to become non-designated in VLAN 1. So root guard block the interface. Which interface? F0 by 1. F0 by 1 is blocked by the root guard. Show interface brief. Here we cannot see. Show IP interface brief. F0 by 1 it is blocked, but here it is up because it is block only. And if we type here show spanning tree VLAN 1, this one is a block. F0 by 1, this guy is block here. Why it is blocked? Because this guy is sending the superior BPDU. So what we can do, we can remove that one. Okay, so how I can remove? I can take the same thing, I will write here no, and then I will paste this one and I will press this, so it is working now. Okay, so if this guy is sending superior BPDU, he will do that one. So as per our manager, we done the configuration. What we done here? Here we enable the root guard and we verify also. We enable the root guard.
Sir, I have a question. So if switch 1 is has been made root or the king switch, and let's say if we add and we don't do the root guard, but we add another switch 6 which has low priority or low MAC address, then that new switch can become the root bridge in that case.
Yeah, if you have the low priority, then this guy will become as a king.
So it means we have must to make
root guard. In the real scenario, we will add the root guard, so no one will take care. But if we run this command, where we run this command, automatically that switch is going to make as a primary. This one saying that make as a primary. Let me add one more here. I will go this one and I will add from here to here, and I will try here. Let me press fast forward and let me check here. But in real scenario, we are enabling the root guard in all the interface. Let me check here, show spanning tree, and if you see here, this guy is having this priority. This is a king priority, this is this guy priority. Let me increase the priority and check here what we are getting. Let's see, spanning tree VLAN 1 priority, an example. I want to give any number, I will write here and I will take this number. This is this number, and then we will write here, we will put this number here. I will do this here. So this guy will become as a king, but if you check here, this guy become as a king. See, this guy become king, and this guy should also have the issue here. Let me see here. So better to enable the, yeah, from here he taken that role. That's why we are enabling the root guard.
So root guard should be on all interface, whether used or not. So in future, if any switch is connected to the unused port, it should not cause.
Yeah, like that you can enable, but you need to make sure wherever the switches are connected, there you will enable the root guard. Yes.
Okay.
So in the production network, we will enable the root guard wherever we are connecting the access layer switch, like this. Okay, so let me stop this recording. Let me check, we cover everything or anything is pending here. Let's see. Here this is okay. Configure, this one is okay. So now we finish our mini project, and if we want to check what we can write show spanning tree active also to check which one is active. Let's see here this command work or not. Show spanning tree active. This is the, which one is active? This one is active. Okay, but as per the our what we can say, our mini project, we finish that one. If we check with this command, spanning tree is enable RSTP, and this guy is not the root bridge. Anyhow, so what we are saying here, we finish this one. we enable RSTP, we enable the port fast, and we enable the root guard, BPDU guard. Why we enable BPDU guard? So no one will say I am also a switch and I want to become as a switch and I want to send BPDU. Maybe hacker will try to send that one. So that purpose, wherever we have end devices, we will put the BPDU guard. And wherever we have the other switches, we don't want that guy to become as a root bridge. That point we need to enable the root guard. This one, root guard, where we enable this one. That's all. This is the present in our mini project. So let me stop.